Hey everyone, welcome back to the kingdom. My name's Alyssa and this is my channel. So today I wanted to do another writing video, just kind of a quick one, and talk about breaking points because over the past few weeks, I think we've had 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, and I'm going to give an example from the season premiere because that's just perfect. Plus, at the point in my writing, or in my book right now that I'm writing for NaNoWriMo, is my character is going through his own breaking point. So I have a couple definitions that I'll explain and then give that example of The Walking Dead and then my book, or the example from my book, and then also talk about just my thoughts on this writing topic, because I don't feel like qualified to teach, but there are topics that I'm like, okay, I know I want to talk about this, but I'm just going to mainly give my thoughts and examples on some good breaking points that certain shows or characters have gone through. So the definitions that I've found are the moment of greatest strain at which someone or something gives way, and the stage at which your control over yourself or your situation is lost. So in The Walking Dead, we have our main group who was in the lineup. We have Rick, Michonne, Daryl, Glenn, Abraham, Sasha, Aaron, Carl, Eugene, Rosita. There was about like 10 of them in that group, and in that scene we meet a new bad guy called Negan. He has a bat named Lucille, and they pretty much lose all control over themselves because they're surrounded by so many. Oh, Maggie was in there. Just remembered Maggie. They're surrounded by Negan, his whole entire group, so they don't have control over themselves anymore. They don't have control over their lives, and that's throughout this entire season is pretty much going to be their breaking point because they gave their lives away, kind of, to Negan, and so that, I feel like, is a very good example of a breaking point. Now, might take to kind of keep this a short video, or somewhat short video. My main character, Griffin Hale, he goes back to his home in Wingston after getting out of the Fairy Kingdom with his best friend Eddie, and when he gets back to his house, Eddie has already told him that Zamora has killed his father and kidnapped his sister, and he hasn't really Griffin hasn't allowed him to feel anything when he first started becoming an assassin, and once he got to his house and he ran in and saw his father's body lying there on the ground, he kneels in the pool of blood that has surrounded his father and just starts crying. And that's when he loses complete control over himself, his thoughts, and his life at that moment. And when he goes to bury his father with Eddie, and he goes inside after helping him bury his father, and he pulls out his dagger from his boot and starts to think about killing himself again, even though he knows he can't. He knows he can't do that because there's people that need him, and he needs to step up and become a hero instead of a bad guy. So that is my example. Chapter 7 is really like one page and one paragraph on a second page, so it's really like the shortest chapter that I've ever written, and it's the end of book 1, part 1 kind of thing. And yeah, so that is breaking points, and I really love the this writing like topic just because it can move the story forward. In The Walking Dead, we end up losing, spoiler alert, Glenn and Abraham to Negan, and that's when everyone, especially Rick, because he takes Rick right afterwards. We almost lose Daryl too. Luckily we didn't. We almost lost him again last week, but luckily we didn't. But Negan is trying to get the point across of who's in charge, and so they're kind of giving their life away to get Negan because he controls everything. He is in charge, and that's what the entire episode was, or the entire premiere was about. It was Negan making his point, and if you try anything that Daryl tried, which kind of got Glenn killed, you're going to pay for it. But yeah, so that really inspired this video. I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes. It's at 6 minutes and almost 50 seconds. So yeah, I hope you like the video and kind of learn what a breaking point is. I haven't seen any other writer on YouTube do a video on breaking points. So I thought it would be interesting just to give my thoughts on it and to kind of tell you about breaking points, because it is something important, and with The Walking Dead, again, it moves the characters forward. It moves Rick's character, and it moves Rick's character forward. Plus, it started that relationship between Rick and Negan. And for my character, it kind of moves him forward in a way that he's finally getting who he is, and he's finally realized who he had become after leaving when his mom died prior to the book starting, and he starts to regret it because if he wasn't there, or if he was at home, then he probably could have helped stop more, but then he would have gotten away with it anyways. That's kind of like my 2 cents, I guess, on breaking points, and I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe over here.